Hello there, my name is Victor Oglinka, and you're welcome to the midweek edition of Today in the News, and of course all of those newspapers across the Federation, and looking at the major headlines everywhere.
Over 1,000 people are benefiting from free medical services provided by the FCT chapter.
Arsenal fans will be very interested in this news. Arsenal Spurs Club transfer record signed Pep.
That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my activities. That I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic. That I will abide by the code of conduct contained in the 5th schedule of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That in all circumstances, I will do right all manner of things according to the law, without fear of intervention or evil. So we know that they communicate or reveal to any person any matter that is not under my consideration, or shall be conduct to me as a governor of the state, except as it is required for the due discharge of my duty as governor of the state. It is victory that reminds us that as God of justice, our Heavenly Father will never abandon the cause of justice. Even when the road is rough, daunting, hazy, He remains faithful. I therefore dedicate this victory to God indeed. I lack enough words to express the depth of my gratitude to Almighty God. To Him be all the glory, praise and adoration forever and ever. In this historic moment,
hello and welcome to Vanguard Live. This is today the news of Vanguard Live, and we get to talk about politics, business, entertainment, everything that is going on in the newspaper, and we also get to read the front pages of the newspaper and also analyze the hot topics on the newspaper. And my name is Precious Chukudi, and with me I have my co-host
Damlola Obushaki.
Alright, so we'll just go straight into the front pages of the newspaper, and I'll be starting with Vanguard. And on Vanguard, major headline is Miy'Allah to Southwest, dump ÀMޮTÉKÀN or lose 2023 presidency. And he also says it will be used against innocent herders. And also the Miy'Allah group is saying that it's Nnamdi Kanu's wing in Southwest, and to hell with their presidency, says Afenifere. And also Ayo Adebanjo says they should go to blazes. At the top corner of Vanguard, we have IMO ex-governors probe Okorocha Ihedioha, Des Uzodinma, and also English speaking West African countries reject adoption of ECO by Francophone countries. This can be found on page 9. And on page 10, you can find Ibadan Monarch sues Makinde, Ladoja, others over nullification of crowns. And also there's you find on page 12 alleged bias Oshomole petitions Rivers CJ seeks transfer of case. And from the Vanguard, we move to the Punch.
And on the front page of the Punch newspaper, NBA faults AGF. Fayemi says security agencies patterned governance on ÀMޮTÉKÀN. With the riders, don't be too legalistic about security of lives, properties, lawyers tell Malami. IPOB will support operation with 1 million Biafrans, says Nnamdi Kanu. This is on page 2. And on the right corner of the Punch newspaper up, again Buhari flies to UK, begins 6-day trip today. This is on page 39. Supreme Court heavily compromised as lost credibility. This is coming from PDP, and you can see this on page 14. And on page 2, Zamfara bandits kill 31 in fresh attacks, steal food. This is on page 2. And still on the front page of the Punch newspaper, police launch manhunt for soldiers who killed woman. With the riders, deceased sister hired soldiers to fight neighbor. This, you can see it on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. And Nigeria, Ghana, 4 others force renaming CFA ECHO. And still on the front page of the Punch, on page 40, Abdulrazak vows to sanction principals over exam malpractices. Lastly, on the front page of the Punch newspaper, Sanwo-Olu drops commissioner, appoints 3 others. And from the front page of the Punch, we go over to the Daily Trust.
And on Daily Trust, we have major headlines: Nigerians not happy, Oyegun, and how to get it right, Sambo, Shetima, Fayemi, and others. And also at the down corner of the Daily Trust, we have no regret over civil war. Go on. This can be found on page 13. And page 45, we have Senate formally opens Trump impeachment trial. And on page 49, we have how we will work with Uzodinma, IMO PDP lawmakers. Also at the top area of Daily Trust, we have hurdles as Nigeria, Ghana, 4 others reject eco currency. And also on Daily Trust, we have PDP to CJN, reuse yourself in Bauchi, Sokoto, other governorship appeals. This story can be found on page 48. And from the Daily Trust, we move to the Nation.
And on the Nation newspaper, Fayemi, ÀMޮTÉKÀN aligns with Buhari's security vision. With the rider, there's room for operational change. Talks on over controversies, says Akonde. You can see this on the front page of the Nation, and it continues on page 7 of the Nation newspaper. And on the stories above the nameplates, 7.5% VAT takes off February 1, says ministers. With the rider, AGF got it wrong. You can see this on page 11. And on page 5 and 44, 9 burned to death in Shagamu crash. With this rider, bandits kill 28 in Zamfara. Makinde betrayed us, says Ibadan Obas. With the rider, Ladoja sues others. And this, you can see it on page 44 of the Nation newspaper. And lastly, on the Nation, Supreme Court verdict on Iyedioha reversible, says Agbekoba and others. And from the front page of the Nation, we go over to This Day.
And on This Day front page of the newspaper, we have This Day awards for the decade, and the winners, a lot of winners on there are pictures of the winners on This Day front page. And also PDP demands CJN's resignation, reversal of IMO judgment. This story can be found on page 46. And that's all we can take on our front pages. Do remember that you can follow and like and subscribe on our social media pages showing on your screen right now. We're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll go straight to the newspaper analysis. Remember to stay tuned and don't stray.
We'll be back.
Fundamental objectives and that I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my activities, that I will
Right, welcome back, and you're still tuned in to Today in the News on Vanguard Live, and I'm your host, Precious Chukudi, and I still have in the studio. Of course, so we're going to go straight into the newspaper analysis. Here we're going to talk about some of the hot topics on the front burners of the newspaper, and we have here on Vanguard, Dump ÀMޮTÉKùN or Lose 2023 Presidency. And this is from Miy'Allah, the group. They have won the Southwest governors to give up ÀMޮTÉKùN, describing the security outfit as Nnamdi Kanu's wing, and also adding that the outfit will be used against innocent herders. And according to Afenifere National Publicity Secretary Yinka Odumakin, he said that if they see the protection of our lives as politics, we're definitely in a wrong and impossible country. What do you think about what the Afenifere secretary is saying?
Well, what he's saying actually, I think it's just entitled to his opinion. Because let's look at this ÀMޮTÉKùN. This is security issues, and a lot of people have interest in these security issues. But my own concern, and what people have actually been saying on social media, is that if the federal government know that they're not going to support this, they should have come out early and said this. Because looking at this, it didn't just start now. They've been putting this out to the public since June. I think last year, June, 2019 June. They've been saying it after.
But then, you said the federal government, because the Attorney General is saying that there was no prior visit. They didn't come to talk to him about
Governor Fayemi said they partnered with them, that they are aware of this move.
So why is there a form of this?
Exactly. So that's what we don't know. We don't really know. He said contrary, he said that contrary to what the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abubakar saying, that security agencies were duly carried along in this discussion. But even if they were not carried along, let's see that it has been going on since June last year, and now recently they are just saying this. Of course they should be aware, because let's take it to the fact that it wasn't easy. Everybody was aware of it, and currently now, let me ask you a question. Can you imagine you setting like a crispy chicken on the table, and you've put your drink next to it, that I'm coming here to sit, and your chair is already there, I'm coming, I want to eat. Then all of a sudden, as you wanted to sit down, your sister just takes the food from you and tells you, no, you can't eat this because it's bad. That's the situation to this ÀMޮTÉKùN, because they brought it out, and a lot of people, the Southwest people, were ready to listen to this. They were already in support of it, and the federal government are just going to take it for
now
that's what I think that's why people are actually complaining about this.
So Miy'Allah is saying that we are not in support of this security outfit ÀMޮTÉKùN, because if the Southwest states are saying that they want to go ahead and support ÀMޮTÉKùN, we are going to tell you that in 2023 you don't expect the president coming from that region,
and a lot of them are saying to hell.
So my point exactly is that when has the security when has the securing of life and property been less important than the president, in the sense that you should put the people's life and property first.
And these are the people that will also vote in the 2023 election when it comes out.
When you are talking of presidents, if the people are not well taken care of, who are the
people that we vote? That is
because this is really very important.
It's
so for
really
them to be talking about 2023, and we don't have people yet on ground. People are still running health.
Let's take a look at the Zamfara issue. Although I think it's not really in the Southwest, but it's still a matter of security. Now, bandits attacked the village on Tuesday, and they killed 21 people. They went from house to house killing people. They killed 21. So on Wednesday, when they were burning these 21 people, they attacked again and killed 7 extra people. So I think what the Southwest police are doing is that they just want to support the police, and they've been saying it. It's not like they are against. Miyeti is saying that the people are expressing their opinion, saying that it's my turn to let it not be like the OPC, when during the Obasanjo's tenure and all that. But let's see, these people, they've said what they want, and you are saying he said that maybe they didn't really bring out what they wanted, but we've been seeing it on paper, and then they've been saying it.
Remember, he said they said also about Nnamdi Kanu using the Southwest as another wing for his own.
Now Nnamdi Kanu is in support of the.
Yes, because I remember reading in papers like yesterday or so when he said that this whole ÀMޮTÉKùN situation was what he wanted to bring to the Igbo region,
Yes.
but they didn't want it at all.
it.
And now he's saying, Nnamdi Kanu is saying now that he's willing to support the operation ÀMޮTÉKùN with 1 million men.
Biafrans.
Yeah, so he's willing to support them, and he's willing to go all out. That whatever they need, he wants to ensure that
I
they
think
get
the Southwest
everything.
governors actually will be happy to hear this because they are receiving support from
Well, because
different
at the end of the day, lives and properties are really important. We can't keep hearing social numbers of people being killed every day because of insecurity issues. People can't come out of their house because of headsmen, and you know all about the
And
stories.
security actually matters a lot in the
It's
country.
very, very
It's
important.
like the number
Because
one
I can't-
pres-
if-
one
if-
thing.
if
I
I'm
think
not-
that's why the soldiers are there to protect
Yes.
us, and it's
And the
also
police. So,
design
and
police.
you know, I think I read also that one of the governors was saying that that I think Nasarawa State, yes, the governor of Nasarawa State was saying that they have something that they operate also, like Operation ÀMޮTÉKùN, and they are
like the
looking,
community
yes, so they are
police.
looking at taking that operation, you know, to the community police, so that these people can, because I feel like having a
no,
community
to the state police
to
from
state
the
police,
community
exactly.
police.
So what they want basically is they want to be able to feel safe at the grassroots level.
Mm.
They don't want to start to think of, oh, this is what's happening, we're afraid, we cannot, move out of our house if we don't have these people attending to us, all these kind of things. And from the ÀMޮTÉKùN story, I'm moving on to Okorocha, Ihedioha, there's Uzodinma. And I remember yesterday we were looking directly at the new governor, saying that he wants to probe Okorocha or Hakeem and Ihedioha. And Okorocha is saying that there is nothing wrong for a governor to say that he wants to look into the activities of past governments and that he has nothing to hide. And also, Ihedioha says that his government was filled with transparency, due process, accountability, and therefore he has nothing to be afraid of. I think that, the governor himself has given the accountant 4 working days to bring
2 reasons. So I think that's what we talk. But let me link into this. He said Supreme Court heavily compromised, has lost credibility, and these are the PDP saying this. And I think this is related to this. This is the Ihedioha says. The PDP are saying that they are saying that the Supreme, they didn't agree with the Supreme Court's verdicts, saying that they are against them. It wasn't real, but a lot of people are actually saying that if this, let's take a look, if this verdict was actually in their own favor, would they be saying this? They've actually taken a lot of cases to the Supreme Court and they've won, and they were saying that the Supreme Court is credible, but now why are you saying that it's not credible enough?
No.
And the APCs actually, it's their own stand, that's their own stand, that is what they're saying, that if it was in your favor, will you be saying this? And I think they were even telling them that they should go and apologize and they should stop complaining. And another thing that is leading to, a lot of people have actually been expressing their own opinions on social media. And what is actually leading to it is that they are saying that the Supreme Court should come out and say, and should tell them how they arrived at this conclusion. While they arrived at this, they should table it out that they also have a right to know. Shouldn't just say, okay, this person won and this person won. Let us know.
But then
so
I think I also read in newspapers that some lawyers have also intervened, and they've said that there's nothing that can be done again.
That it's of course it's reversible.
So,
and imagine the PDP are saying that the CJN should resign. That he should resign from its position from this. But I'm actually curious to know what the Supreme Court are actually doing now, or what they are going to do as regards to this.
all right, away from the Supreme Court, we're talking about blackout as TCN suffers first system collapse in 2020. Yesterday, the nation was thrown into darkness as TCN, that's Transmission Company of Nigeria, suffered the first major system collapse resulting from poor and obsolete infrastructure. Now, the TCN, according to them, they said they've been battling with inadequate transmission infrastructure across the country, and also that their lines are old and they need to be changed with new ones, and likewise their transformers. I remember that because like where I stay now currently, the light has been quite stable.
Yeah,
not like they've been giving us,
same with mine
but
also.
it's been stable to an extent. But I realized that yesterday they took it very early, And I heard that when I got home, I asked my neighbor, I was like, okay, when did they take this light? Because they said they took it early and they brought it later. And my neighbor said they brought it at about 11 o'clock or something. So I was like, okay. And I think I saw a tweet from that's the IKEDC on Twitter. They are saying that this thing happened about 12:34 a.m. or so, or p.m. rather.
12 p.m.
Yes, 12:34 p.m. And so that's what affected. There was no lights everywhere. Everywhere was so dark.
I didn't actually know that it got to everywhere until I read the tweet. I thought it was
everywhere.
just in my area because I was curious to know that why is there no light? You know, my own area actually there's a time you can time it that okay they'll bring lights so time it's going to go off so time. And I was wondering, and for like 2 months or 3 months they've not missed this. So why?
So yesterday was.
But I think they should really look into this matter.
Yeah,
because,
they did say that they are going to look into
because you know the electricity transmission in Nigeria is one of the biggest infrastructure here, and it's really challenging, and it's going to affect
the whole no light situation yesterday. I know what it did. A lot of people were like, the heat is, we can't even talk about the heat now. The heat is nothing to write home about. So I was just thinking, I was like, so imagine we just continue like this with no lights. How will the country?
It's not possible.
So that so I just thought about it. I'm like,
no, it can't. It's really, really terrible. So I think they should really look into this transformation.
No, they actually said that
they said they will look into it, but they should be fast because of the investors and also because of our health also.
Okay, from the blackout, we're moving to police launch manhunt for soldier who killed woman, and we're talking about this case was trending on social media, and before it came straight up.
It's actually, when I read this it was actually saddening because I think the ladies, they were moving out of the compound, and the man, I think a neighbor actually told them that, okay, stop, you have to pay the bills before you move out of the house. And due to this, the elder sister went out to get bring soldiers that are for the community, for the country, brought them that, okay, look at my neighbors, come and beat them. And in the process of this, they shot the sister there. And I think the neighbor's mother also was shot, but he survived. But the sister didn't survive.
Okay, now my personal question is, like, when you want to move out of your apartment, what is the right thing to do? Is it not?
Of course, if you want to move out from your apartment,
all of your
you're supposed
bills,
to you're supposed
because
to settle it.
When you don't settle this bill, anyone who is coming into the apartment will have to pay for whatever you've left
but
behind.
But also, the sister went extra mile.
Yes, I think that sometimes we as Nigerians or as a people, we always feel like there's this tendency to show that we know some higher people in authority,
and you want to
prove a point, want to be, yes, I know this person, I don't will deal with you and whatnot.
No, but this
has really, it has escalated to a level that, I'm sure she didn't expect it to get to this level, but
because our own sibling now.
Yes, because the neighbor resisting arrest and whatnot caused those soldiers to actually fire, the bullets and everything. And now the police are saying that they've launched a manhunt for the soldiers involved, and they've also arrested the sister, that's Onyeka, and they've arrested them as a result of what's going on. Well, that is what
I think we have a comment here on the soldier. Let me read that.
Okay.
From Lawrence Maduse. He said the West want to protect their people by themselves. Why should any group go against it, and what is their fair interest? I think this is related to the ÀMޮTÉKùN issue, and that they want to relate it. And Uche, sorry for your pronunciation, said Northern dishonesty has been exposed in the rejection of the security plan for another region. A neighbor who is worried, when I increase the height of my fence, he is the thief we are searching for. Must every issue be tied with Nigerian presidency? What is the dividend of providing the president whose skins may are beheaded time and time again? Fulani is a funny tribe that's worried too much about others. This is irritating.
That's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot.
Nigerians are still going really above with this whole ÀMޮTÉKùN. We're hoping that the people in charge of ÀMޮTÉKùN can equally settle their differences.
They should settle, yes. But actually, a lot of people now are partnering with this, and they are actually for this. But this case is actually getting interesting as it's going on. It's getting interesting.
The thing is, I feel like the ÀMޮTÉKùN issue, they don't have any agenda except from helping the citizens leave.
But now they are
civilians.
saying because of the OPC experience under Obasanjo.
But
that
the
is
people who
what
are saying these things are Miy'Allah. I don't think see the Southwest community is talking about what is affecting them
Their
in
own
particular.
district.
So,
But
but Miy'Allah is coming from their own region. They are saying that this is what they want because they are looking at the interest for themselves.
And
but
look at
these people are looking at the interest of their own people.
Look at another issue is that now the Eastern people now they like this opinion, and Nnamdi said he has tried to bring this to the notice of people that they've tried to do it before. Now they are, I think what they know is that the East also very soon they might launch this type of acts. They might also launch this type of
I remember
so that is why they are actually scared about
I remember
this.
reading that the Southwest governors too are also looking and seeing how the implementation of Operation
Amotekun will go,
so that they would see how
they will start their own.
Okay, so that's all we can take on newspaper analysis. But there's this very interesting Mr. and Mrs.
that I look forward to
Exactly.
every day.
So Mrs. is saying, it is a simple question. Would you have acted the same way Adam did when Eve gave him the apple? And Mr. is replying, if I was hungry when she brought the apple, I would eat the serpent as well. That's
so if you are hungry, what is given to you, no matter what, even if it's poison, you are going to eat it.
That's you know what he said is a serious food for thought.
It's really, you are actually right, it is.
All right, so that's all we can take on our newspaper analysis and our front page review also. And remember to always follow all our social media pages showing on your screen right now. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also get your family and your friends on this because this is Today in the News on Vanguard Live. I remain your host, Precious Chukudi, and with me I have my co-host,
Damilola Obushaki.
And it is bye for now. See you
bye
tomorrow.
from me also.
Or Monday, rather.
Fundamental objectives and directives and policy contained in the Constitution of Federal that I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions, that I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic, that I will abide by the code of conduct contained in the 8th schedule of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that in all circumstances I will do right all manner of things according to the law without fear of expectation or evil. So there is no directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter that is not under my consideration or shall be conduct to me as a governor of the state, except that it is required for the due discharge of my duty as governor of the state. So help me God. It is victory that reminds us that as God of justice, our Heavenly Father will never abandon the cause of justice. Even when the road is rough, daunting, hazy, He remains faithful. I therefore dedicate this victory to God indeed. I lack enough words to express the depth of my gratitude to Almighty God. To Him be all the glory, praise and adoration forever and ever. In this historic moment, the judiciary stands out for special commendation. Once again, that to revere the temple of justice has by this historic judgment they assured Nigerians in general and the IMO state in particular that the judiciary remains the real bastion of hope for justice. History will remember that in the face of a spirited attempt to subvert justice with a wave of smartly crafted technicalities, the judiciary did not give in, but instead painstakingly on.
Hello there, my name is Victor Ogunyika, and you're welcome to the midweek edition of Today in the News, and of course all of those newspapers across the Federation, and looking at the major headlines everywhere.
Over 1,000 people are benefiting from free medical services provided by the FCT chapter.
Some of the Arsenal fans will be very interested in this news. Arsenal's first club transfer record signed Pep